Hi everyone, thanks for being here. I'm just gonna get into it. So we'll take roll. Deborah Gross, not here. Nicole Turney, Avery Hart, here. Awesome. Devin Taliaferro,
Here.
thank you. Terry Minor Spencer,
Present.
great. Julian McLean, so not here. Rachel Shepard,
Here.
so Crystal Amalua, not here. Audra Mitchell. So, and then back to you, Nicole. Hi, thank you. Oh, you're muted. Oh,
Here. So sorry, I could not find my
okay,
mute
no,
button.
all good. Thank you so much. All right. So has everybody had a chance to read the prior minutes for September and October? Awesome. Any questions on those before we have a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve the minutes from 9, at 9/6 and 10, I'm sorry, 9/6.
And 10-9.
10/9. Okay, thank you. Yep, 10/9.
Do you have a second? Second from Audra. Awesome. Motion is passed. Moving on to public comment. I don't believe we had any additional public comment. I am still figuring out access, switching over from Adriana. So I'll make sure that if there were any public comments submitted in between that time period, that we read them out at the next meeting. Moving on to reports of special committees, the 5-year action plan. So that survey for internal departments is still in progress. I do plan to have a draft to share with you all before the next meeting so that you can provide feedback on making sure that we're hitting everything that you all want to hit with that survey. Any questions on that?
How far are you? How far is it? Or has it been started at
It has
all?
not been started. So I'm trying to get up to speed a little bit with that. So it has not been started. So if you have, suggestions, I can incorporate it straight away.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Moving on to unfinished business. So that internal policy that you all had discussed, I'm changing the pregnancy loss leave into reproductive leave policy. I will be having a meeting with HR and our budget office in the coming weeks to discuss cost and how we implement that policy. So we'll have a draft for you all as well, hopefully before the next meeting. And then free menstrual products in city facilities. Adriana shared with me that the LGBTQIA plus commission is also looking at this. So I'm going to be collaborating with that staffer, who is actually chief of staff for Councilmember Warwick's office. So we'll be looking into that a little bit more, seeing what that cost looks like, and what legislation would look like to get that implemented. So those are both kind of moving the very beginning though. Any questions on either of those? And then I know we did have the budget presentation by Avery last meeting. So I wanted to open it up to see if anybody had any feedback or recommendations that you all wanted to make as a formal committee to City Council or to the budget office as we move forward with the mayor's preliminary budget.
Yeah, I don't think that, well, let me speak for myself. I know that I wanted to come up with a budget for the Black Women Initiative and the other parties that I was speaking with, we have not dotted I's and crossed T's as of yet. So
Okay.
I don't have nothing as of yet, but I would love to collaborate with several of the committee members here to see what we could put together to move forward, to put something in front of City Council. And what does that look like? So maybe offline, Stephanie, we can just I can just send out a meeting to meet with, to see what committee members want to meet, if committee members want to meet, and what does it look like putting something in front of the City Council before the new administration, comes in.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great idea. And just acknowledging that Crystal Amalua has joined the call. So welcome, Crystal. Avery, would you be able to share a little bit about that timeline and what dates we should be targeting for that?
Yeah, sorry, would that be like for this budget cycle?
I don't think it will be able to make it, Stephanie. Avery, what do you think? What are you thinking?
I mean, the mayor's preliminary budget is due Monday, November 10th, to council. And basically then we turn it over to council, and council has, I believe, until the end of the year, to make any sort of changes and adjustments that they see fit. So if we wanted to get it in the mayor's budget, I would say that we have probably passed that point.
Yeah.
Because right now we're just basically like finalizing everything. We're not really adding to it. So like we would probably need to have something like today that we definitely wanted to add if that was the case.
Yeah, that's why I was suggesting that maybe, we can offline, this committee come up with some suggestions to put something in front of City Council, even if it's 2026. January, no later.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think if we have something before that we can get in before they vote, like a letter with recommendations, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, if not, then.
Okay.
Do others have thoughts about budget? Anything? Perfect, then we can definitely work on that offline. That's a great idea, I think. Does anybody have any announcements that they'd like to share?
Under what? Let's see. We had a great Saturday. We had a great the 2050 presentation. Great turnout. It was absolutely a wonderful. I was so proud of the West End of Pittsburgh because they came out and participated, and really looking forward to the next steps. And so yeah. But other than that.
That's awesome. What do you know when the next event will be?
So I don't know when the next one is. Yeah.
That's
I'm
exciting.
hoping it's soon, because as you know, West End is a lot of times a forgotten community. And so a lot of times they feel as though, one and done. And so, we're really looking forward to some next dates.
That's awesome.
I just wanted to let everybody know of an event coming up for PAR, Pittsburgh Action Against Rape, every year on Giving Tuesday. This year, that's Tuesday, December 2nd. We have a fundraising event, and we partner with another local nonprofit this year we're going to be having an event called Champions for Change. It'll take place at Kingfly Spirits. And we're partnering with Casa San Jose. So for that event, proceeds from that event will be split equally between PAR and Casa San Jose. Would love to, if anyone on the committee is interested in more details, we are right now still have openings for the host committee, and tickets are also available on our website. So if anyone is interested in that, I'd be happy to share out details.
Awesome, thank you.
Wait, they will kill me if I do not bring this up. So the human rights, they will kill me. The Human Rights City Coalition is having a symposium on the displacement of the Hill District and East Liberty on November somebody could pull it up quicker than me.
I've got the flyer Jackie actually just delivered to me. So Thursday,
Thank you.
November 13th is the keynote address, 4:30 to 6. And then Friday, let me see. Friday the 14th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. is panels and discussion to explore the history of racialized displacement in Pittsburgh and solutions.
And if anybody here on the committee would like to go, please let me know. I can get you a parking pass.
That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that.
I just wanted to ask if there was an update at all about with PAR and the whole budget situation. I know that was we were talking about that, like the support that we could offer as a group.
Yeah, unfortunately, the state legislature has not moved forward with the budget. We have been fortunate in that our state coalition, Pennsylvania Coalition to Advance Respect, has taken out a loan from the PA Treasury, and has been able to distribute some of those funds, or distribute those funds that they were able to get from the Treasury to all 47 rape crisis centers. So that has been a little bit of a stopgap, and the coalition is going to be paying the interest on that. So that won't be something that necessarily affects each area location. But unfortunately, with this, we're not hearing anything from the state that they'll be that we're any closer to relieving this budget stalemate. But the continuing to reach out to lawmakers, if folks in your network have the ability to provide donations to PAR, that is, we've seen such an influx of support from the community. It's been really great. But unfortunately, right now, we're sort of in a stalemate, just waiting for more details from the state. So, and we're working to support the smaller centers in neighboring communities who are even in worse situation than us. Philadelphia's Rape Crisis Center is almost completely closed right now. They have some part-time staff who are doing hospital accompaniments, but that's about it. Mercer is down to part-time. Many of those crisis centers across the state are laying off staff, taking people to part-time, furloughing workers. So we're pretty fortunate in Allegheny County. We have, a really strong center with a lot of great community support. But unfortunately, we're still sort of in that wait and see mode. And, we're hoping that this comes to an end soon, because, it is a domino effect across the state for all the centers.
What you thinking, Nicole, putting something in front of the city council to support PAR?
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Yeah. Thank you for that suggestion, because that's exactly what I'm talking about, putting something in front with substance, and with this budget not passing. That's absolutely perfect. That's absolutely perfect.
I agree. I would second that. Like, we need to have something specifically regarding like the support that PAR and like this specific community needs. If the state budget is not going to help us, then we need to figure out how our local budget can do something.
Totally agree.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would love to, if we can connect offline, talk that through. I can provide any of the details that might be needed to be able to do something like that. But we've been spending a lot of time on this issue, as you can imagine. So any financial information, any demographics, things like that, I can provide. We do support such a large community of folks across all demographics in our county. So we'd love, any support that we could get from the city would be great.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can definitely do that. So Terry and Nicole, would you both be point people for this? Would you be willing to be point people for that?
Would I be willing to what?
Point people to help draft something for that for city council.
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely.
And of course I will be there to help.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that'd be awesome. I think that's a great idea. So we can definitely talk about specifics.
Evan can throw in that school knowledge.
Yeah. Nicole, were you gonna come off mute?
I was just gonna say I can I'll get like a little email together now to us three or us four, or if anyone else wants to be involved in that, just let me know before the end of the meeting. I'll just send it right by the end of the meeting in case anyone else wants to jump on.
Yeah, perfect.
Wonderful. Thank you. And I really appreciate the support from everyone on the commission. It's been a challenging time, but it also is a time where, people really do step up. And so it's been a hopeful time for us as well.
Good.
Awesome. Any other announcements people would like to share out? Great. Well, that's all I have for you all today, and it was a short one. Could I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you.